met them earlier. They are adorable. One of them's a puppy. The one on the right is, I believe, the puppy. Bull Mastiff, I believe they are. That's Sabine, also known as Biney. She's from Massachusetts, and I've videoed her and a friend out at the point when it was 37 degrees out. Pretty dedicated surfers. So this is the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, also known as Cherry Grove in this area. These are about 4 to 5 foot waves. Gone out in the, oh, that's more like almost 6 feet there. I've been in, I think the biggest is about 17 feet at the wedge in Newport Beach, California. I felt like, well, I was being tossed around like a wash rag. The water is so powerful. I have many occurrences where the sun appears to be in the clouds, as Job 37 proclaims. Now, what we see here in the view, as best I can tell, is the way the sun is hitting right there is pretty spectacular. When it's a real thick, dense composition like this, it's not going to show up quite so spectacularly. think I might see a surfer down there, or a pelican, I'm not sure which. Oh yeah. See the way the light hits that, and then it's easy to see just a speck in there. So I spotted them with my naked eye. So what I'm noticing ahead of time here is down around where the water tower is, those breaks in the clouds could get really interesting. However, I probably won't be able to capture it from this vantage point. You've got to go up to the end of the pier to get it. And then this will totally look way different and sound way different. Nice ride. So the pier here is just short of 1,000 feet long. captured the Sun in the Clouds video, Local Sun, as it was called by Flat Earth Research and Infinite Earth Facebook pages. The raw footage, or the original footage I captured on my YouTube channel, has less than 3,000 views, and then people mirrored it and shared it through Facebook groups to now almost 1 million views. Truly fascinating. I've had a lot of people tell me that they woke up to the reality of the world being largely different than we're being told as a result of seeing that video. In fact, a lot of my friend composition group, the group of friends and followers on Facebook, largely are there because of that video. When people would decide they wanted to unfriend me, I would go to the post, one of the editions of that post, and add friends. And then when it told me I had 1,000 outgoing friend requests, that I had reached my limit, well, I'd keep on going, and it let me keep on going. Some of the artificial intelligence algorithms are to evaluate persistence and sincerity of belief and effort. If you look at my digital footprint, my digital footprints in the sand, it's beyond my own capacity to do what I do, because I can capture the content. I don't create the setting. I just get out of the house and go and do it. I'll come on out, and I've got thousands of hours invested in this, and only a fraction of it is online. Just so you know, I've got a lot of hard drive storage that has breathtaking originals that haven't been, how would I say, I didn't sign away my rights on them through YouTube or Facebook yet, or any social media platform. In that capacity, if you're a documentary or a film producer and you would need originals that I haven't signed away rights for, I've got them. But I can capture more. That's the point of this. This right now is the Nikon Coolpix T1000 I'm using. It's about to get really spectacular here, I believe. I wanted to show you the setting and how dark it is all around that bank of clouds, and just the little ribbon of, how would I say, a thinner amount. It shines through. And just so you know, I've got actually quite a bit prettier view than the original Local Sun video. What's really special about that one is I'm mentioning that it takes less than a day to hear the entire New Testament, where the sun and the moon appear and vanish on the horizon, can't be explained by the global lie or the global deception. That's just the reality of it. So many of my friends are well aware of that. Now, just to let you know, apparently the Department of Defense made a notice that they are going to have a drill early in November of a blackout or an EMP drill. And I would recommend that everybody always have extra provisions on hand, extra consumables that are not going down in price. Baking soda is good for cleaning the house, the body, the house we live in, as in bathing in it. I'd recommend having a lot of purified water stored up and used regularly, as I do. I talk about it. I bathe in reverse osmosis drinking water because it draws toxins out of the body. Because atmospheric dispersal is declassified and well known by many of my friends, and it's it's public knowledge. It's publicly available for anybody who wants to research it. It's on my channel, known as Weather Modification, Geoengineering, Weather Wars, Chemtrails, Solar Management. They like to give benevolent names to it, like it's going to protect. They're going to protect us from the sun. All the while, they're integrating nanotechnology that's activated by electronics, like will be on the top of the tower, is on top of the tower right now. It's not just a water tower, those are magnetrons, and they activate electronics, and the electronics that have actually been inhaled by us and are integrated into our bodies. Monofilament, nanofilament, particulate, and more. I show it on, I shine a light beam at night and recorded it with my iPhone 11. It's got better night capabilities, night recording, and there's a lot of reflective material. It's not like regular dust. It's reflective, as in rainwater has been determined, and snow up in the mountains, to have aluminum, barium, strontium, and those are components in the system that I'm talking about. It is reflective, it is conductive, and it is toxic to us. So is fungus, foot fungus, jock itch, yeast infections, candida. Borax kills it. You can put a 1/4 teaspoon of borax in a gallon of highly purified water. It'll kill parasites. I don't put aluminum on or in me for anything. Aluminum cookware, Alzheimer's. It's conductive, short circuits the brain function. They activate it with electronics. If you've got a senior citizen with dementia, putting on aluminum deodorant, eating out of aluminum cookware, and watching a lot of TV, it's a recipe for mental dysfunction. I consume about a 1/4 cup of coconut oil a day. It's a brain food. I eat super healthy, highly nutritious, liquefied fruits, vegetables, hemp parts, apple cider vinegar, mixed berries. I buy them frozen. I got a cooler that I carry in the car. I can stop and get frozen stuff, and it'll last for a while. I liquefy gallons of time with the Ninja. It's frozen and good to go. My freezer would last for weeks with frozen, highly nutritious food in it. And it's very low draw on the power system. It's called a Hisense. I got it from Costco. They're on sale right now for $119. 7 cubic feet is a lot of storage for a freezer, chest freezer. And so the inverter I have in my car can power that, and our other refrigerator. So artificial intelligence, to be clear, can interrupt the electricity. We don't need a EMP from North Korea. All that needs to happen is the power generation or distribution can be interrupted by artificial intelligence. Elon Musk doesn't always lie, neither does NASA. They lie a lot though. Elon talked about us being the biological bootloaders for AI. We built the systems. We're the wetware that we're brainwashed into putting together the pieces of the AI. Now, when God flooded this world, well, you can't flood a ball, but you can flood a container. We've got a firmament above us, and the outer edge is a firmament as well. It's a structure separating the waters above from the waters below. So with that in mind, do you know how much a gallon of water weighs? Well, it depends on temperature. because the temperature changes the volume and density and distribution. For example, when it heats up enough with nuclear, coal, or solar or natural gas to create steam, it's in a pressurized vessel that is channeled to move a turbine. And then water that is carried in the mountains runs down streams and fills massive reservoirs. Well, that water seeking its level moves additional turbines with just the water seeking its level. It doesn't stick to a spinning tennis ball, beach ball, basketball, soccer ball, foam ball, or the massive spinning water ball that the liars are telling us we live on. I'm just outing them. I'm telling on them. I want you to know your eternity is a long time to be wrong. Well, all of God's children will absolutely be deceived, be saved, be born again. Satan's children will be eternally deceived. Ultimately, Satan he's very deceived. He's a defeated foe and believes that he can overthrow the creator of the world. Now, he's created a false perception of the world. Seeing is believing. What do we see and what do we believe about what we see? So we can be tricked by illusionists, magicians, and well, that's a lot of what we're seeing on the TV, just so you know. The news isn't necessarily the news, it's a program to evoke a response from humanity. Many of my friends are outing that corrupt system of control and brainwashing, mind control. This is a pretty containment system, a prison for your mind. I'm wanting to set you free from that. A lot of allegory in the Matrix to mirror the reality that we actually live in. People are unaware that we're in a contained environment. We're not in a ever-expanding universe. The space that NASA is most concerned with is between your ears to give you a false reality. Now, 7 people per second transition, they die. It used to be, from what I knew, 3 people per second. And then I found out that nearly 3 more, or about 7 people per second, including the 42 million aborted babies annually, are to be included in that as well. It's over 100 million humans are killed each year or die of, well, can they be just natural causes when we've got so much toxification? So you could reach out and call me anytime, 1-843-504-1776. If you should like stickers like this, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to 169 Cloverleaf Drive, Longs, South Carolina, 29568. You could hashtag Robert Forsch and send the search rankings up. You can copy and paste it in a video, I'll check it out, or on my Facebook, to clearly prove that we all get different results. Thank you so much for your public and private encouragement.